Well, let's head to London now and catch up with News Corp's Europe correspondent and Sky News contributor, Sophie Elsworth. Sophie, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Fresh off Reform UK is, of course, unprecedented and an amazing win in the council elections. Nigel Farage has now issued a challenge to Keir Starmer. What's he said?
Yeah, great to be with you, Danica. Look, he's come out and said that he wants to challenge Sir Keir in basically them coming head-to-head in North England and having a robust debate because he believes that the Prime Minister cannot connect with working class and real British people. And he's saying they need to go head-to-head so they can have a challenge here and a debate for the public to see. But look, Danica, I highly doubt that the Prime Minister will agree to this, but he must be very concerned because Nigel Farage is continuing to build momentum. He's surfing in on policies that are unfavourable to the Labor government. For instance, the scrapping of the winter fuel payment subsidy. There's now looking at reinstating this. So there's been some very unpopular decisions by the Labor government. And Nigel Farage is really coming in and trying to snare some of those left-wing voters.
Yeah, clearly, I would say as well, Soph, that the internal polling must be pretty bad right now for Keir Starmer. He must be very, very worried. Now, let's move on because Tottenham fans have given Aussie coaching hero Ange Postecoglou a big welcome home, and you were lucky enough to be there. Let's have a look.
Brought home a cup for the supporters and all of us, and we've now got to give him a chance to see if he can prove himself in the next year.
I personally would love to see him stay. I think the media can be pretty harsh.
Gee, I reckon, Sophie, you've got the best job in the world. You're at every single fantastic event, I've got to say. But how good for Ange Postecoglou? You know, aside from so much criticism he's received in the past, he's now a hero on the world stage.
Well, look, Danica, I was very fortunate to be at the street party in North London at Tottenham, where their home stadium is on Friday after they won the Europa League title. And the fans were going absolutely berserk for Ange Postecoglou. They're chanting his name on repeat. Many of them I spoke to, and they don't want him going anywhere. But the problem here is that in the English Premier League, they have done really poorly. They have finished 17th on the ladder this season. They lost 1-4 yesterday to Brighton. They've had a horror English Premier League season. So he's not out of the woods in terms of his career, but he obviously had this victory in Spain last week where they won the Europa League title. And I've got to say, Danica, if he is booted out of the club, there'll be a lot of irate fans because they love this Aussie. They love that he's direct. They love his demeanour. He's hugely popular here in the UK. However, a lot of the media are very critical of him. So time will tell if Ange Postecoglou will stay at the club after delivering them this silverware for the first time in 17 years.
Yeah, we'll see if he stands the test of time. We're almost out of time ourselves, Soph, but just quickly, Meghan Markle, apparently her attempt to get on the cover of Vogue has failed due to her long list of demands.
Well, yes, Danica, she was proposed to be on a Vogue cover here in Britain, but she wanted to be on the cover also in America. Vogue said no, they weren't warming to this idea. She had a whole list of demands that she wanted to do this cover, and it ended in tears, as it always does with Meghan Markle. So it's again showing she's very difficult to work with.
Honestly, I don't know why they persist with her still and trying to get her on covers of magazines and doing interviews with her because she seems extremely difficult. Sophie Elsworth, it's been really nice to catch up with you. Thank you so much for joining me on the show this evening. Appreciate it.